Preparing to vote can be overwhelming for people, and misinformation is a growing threat that could impact voters in the 2024 election.
Experts say follow trusted sources and report deception on social media to help combat false information. They also say knowing the differences between misinformation and disinformation is important. Misinformation is sharing information without the intent of harm. Disinformation is sharing false information with intent of harm.
I think we just really need to all be very, very vigilant about checking out those news sources, verifying the information, and not jumping to conclusions